Hi and welcome to ZAM. My name is Bright, and today we're going to give you a quick rundown of the Chronicles of Telara, Greenscale's Blight. Now I came here as a T3 Necrolock, so your experiences may vary. My first impressions going through the trash was pretty easy. Some loot issues trying to get some of the elites, and a little bit of a learning curve to realize that the dogs do actually silence. But once I got through that, rickrolling trash was absolutely no problem for me. This brings me to Duke Letarius. Now Duke Letarius was pretty easy to single target, but he brings out several packs of mobs. So unless you're a strong AoE class, you definitely don't want to be soloing this. This time it caught me off guard, but luckily for me I was able to feign death and try again. It's fair to note that once I beat him, there was actually no loot that dropped from Duke Letarius himself, but as you'll see later on, there's a chest that drops once you complete Oracle Telara. Continuing on past Duke Letarius, the trash was rather easy. Careful pulls, because you and your pet can be easily overwhelmed, most especially in the next room. This room had a bunch of crocodiles, and it's actually really easy to pull the elites. So once again, level 52s have a slightly higher aggro radius in this patch, so care at all times in the Chronicles. If you're coming here as a T3, melee damage is pretty rough, so bring some potions or a high survivability spec like a Necrolock. Infiltrator Jolen, once again pretty easy. He has this AoE that surrounds him, so probably going to be tough on the melee, but not so much for range. As you just saw, I ran into an extra named mob that dropped a plaque of achievements, so I actually thought that was part of the trash. Might have turned out to be another boss, so definitely pretty interesting work there. The fairies, just as much a pain in the butt for those who have done the raid. They do self-heal, so you want to bring interrupts and AoEs. Oracle Telara, she was a little bit of a learning curve. I ended up keeping the wolves separate because they still seem to have the same buff next to each other. And there's also the flying imp next to her that does a lot of damage and later on actually heals Oracle Telara, so you'll want to AoE that down pretty nicely. That being said, once you get past the learning curve, it's a pretty fun encounter. Kept my heart pumping the whole time through. Once you down it, you'll see the exit is now open. Don't be confused, that's not the instance exit, but the exit leading you to Prince Hylas. Now, Prince Hylas, when you get to him, he actually has a little bit of RP that goes with him. Interesting storyline, try and put a lot of work into that. You're also going to once again be joined by companions. These companions will help you defeat Hylas, and when they're done, they'll come with you to Lord Greenscale. Now, as you probably just saw, this encounter bugged out at me at 2%, which is supposed to be the other RP trigger. Tried wiping a couple times, that didn't really work out for me, so ended up resetting the instance, going through the bosses, and trying again. Not that I'm complaining, because the planar XP out of here was actually pretty awesome. Now, this was my successful run. He did still turn me into a bunny rabbit at 25%. His debuff actually hit like a Mack truck on the interstate, so you'll definitely want a potion off cooldown or large self-heals for that one. Other than that, it's just a matter of staying out of his AoE radius for the kill. Once you're done, the NPCs join you to Lord Greenscale. You let out the 3 imprisoners, just like in the raid mode, and once they're down, Lord Greenscale becomes active. Now, Lord Greenscale, he still has his flame breath in front of him, as you'll see in a moment. He also does still drop the strangle plants and poison plants, so you still want to be dodging around those. And he does still have his air phase, except that he won't drop ads this time. Other than that, really simple kill for the complete. Thank you for watching ZAM's preview to the Chronicles of Telara, Greenscale's Blight. For this and all your other Rift information needs, please visit rift.zam.com.